Tonight, FIFA fever in blazing red and white.
Go Canada!
Canadian fans hoping to witness history and a first victory on home soil as the watch parties crank up in the capital. A new city audit indicating OC Transpo's new ways to bus plan was based on outdated data.
Clearly, there's a need to update policies, how data is being used, and how to make sure that they're reporting back to City Council and to residents.
The Auditor General says the overhaul of Ottawa bus routes was focused largely on cost savings rather than efficient route distribution. And some of the newer ways to get around town come with increased health risks.
They're not sized for the kids of that age. They're sized for adults.
CHEO pointing to a spike in injuries to kids on e-scooters and e-bikes. And in recent days, a couple of serious collisions involving adult riders also causing concern. Canadians across the country are celebrating the beautiful game of soccer tonight and hoping to soon celebrate their team making history in the FIFA World Cup. The match versus Qatar starts in just a moment and is Canada's best chance to earn a first ever World Cup win. The march to the match closed streets in Vancouver where the game is being held. The players in Vancouver boarding their bus to the stadium earlier today. Here in Ottawa, bars are packed like the Glebe Central Pub, home to the Atletico Ottawa fans, and watch parties like this one on Canada's other coast in Moncton, New Brunswick, where the city has built a fan fest for the beautiful game. Good evening. We begin tonight with the hopes of a nation for Canada's men's national soccer team to advance in the world's biggest sporting event. The spirit is everywhere. CTV's Tyler Fleming didn't need to go far to find it. Tyler?
Not at all, Patricia. There is an electric atmosphere in the city. We're not talking about the Lightning. We're talking about soccer. Around every corner, pubs are packed to see fans cheer for their... Sorry, I'm going to say this. The fans are cheering for Canada to return... to win, and the return of their captain, Alphonso Davies, as they look to beat Qatar and give them the boot.
Amped up fans packing into Lowertown Brewery, here to rep their team.
Well, hoping for a Canada win, so I expect that's going to happen. We actually are out of tables on the main floor, so we're opening up the second floor with our big projector.
Time and again has a sweet way to celebrate the beautiful game with fresh-baked Team Canada sugar cookies.
Go Canada!
And come check out the game at St. Laurent Shopping Centre. Oliver Gray and his team of friends are hoping Canada will advance.
I think that we could beat Qatar because Canada has a better team than them, honestly. And obviously, I'm rocking the drip.
And soaked with spirit, Gray plays soccer too.
I play for Atletico Ottawa. It's an amazing opportunity for more North Americans to get involved because, like, you know, it's more like a European sport in, like, other countries, like, regions. And, like, everyone getting involved. It's like a worldwide sport.
But if you need some swag,
what can't you get here is a real question.
Game On has you covered from Canada jerseys to
Haiti, Congo, Algeria, Morocco, Italy, Portugal, France, Egypt, Turkey.
World Cup fever is easy to catch.
It brings the people together. I love the game. My kids get excited for it. So, you know, it's once every 4 years. So it's nice to see all the countries play.
Okay, I'm going to try and do it better here for the closer. After tying with Bosnia last Friday, that means tonight's match is pivotal. A win over Qatar keeps the knockout stage in reach. A loss puts the Canadians in a tight spot with a much tougher road ahead. Patricia.
Tyler, we're all feeling the nerves tonight ahead of this game. No problems
Absolutely.
there. CTV's Tyler Fleming reporting live for us this evening. Want to take a look now through our downtown camera. 19 degrees at the moment. We did have a scary weather alert this afternoon as parts of eastern Ontario were under a tornado warning. Now, Environment Canada says there are no reports of a tornado actually touching down. First check on the forecast, and Jackie is feeling it too. Pretty good atmosphere where you are tonight, Jackie.
That's right. We are at the Glebe Central Pub, Patricia. I even managed to score a cookie of the jersey from time and again. So loving this little treat for the halftime. But we're covered under right now in the patio. It hasn't stopped fans from being out here with umbrellas because it is pouring a little bit outside on Bank Street. Hopefully it's going to clear up in the next hour or so. Taking a look look at conditions, yes, there is still a slight chance that we could see some showers moving over the next couple of hours, but most of that downpour was earlier part of our day. Right now, temperatures across eastern Ontario about 19, 21 degrees. This will carry on into the later part of the evening. People are probably not enjoying the chance of showers for that overnight either. 15 degrees for overnight. Tomorrow, another gusty day in the capital. 19 degrees, the anticipated daytime high. We could see some showers moving through for our Friday, but it will be nothing like we saw today. Anticipated rainfall amount between 15 and 25 millimeters of rain had moved through the region. We'll have details on more in the weather forecast, and of course from here at Glebe Central Pub in just a bit. Patricia.
Really good energy from there tonight, Jackie. Thank you. Well, the new Auditor General's report says OC Transpo has struggled to consistently deliver the bus service it schedules, raising questions about whether riders are getting the service they've been promised. CTV's Caitlin Wilson joins us live now with more on this. Caitlin.
Yeah, Patricia, the new Ways to Bus plan included a major overhaul of OC Transpo's bus network last year. But according to the audit, in many ways, the plan overpromised and underdelivered. And for many riders, it comes down to whether or not the bus they're counting on to be there shows up on time.
That's too bad.
Anne-Marie Salambier relies on the bus for her daily errands, but a canceled trip means she'll have to wait an extra 18 minutes to get home.
The cancellations are upsetting for seniors, the kind of weather that we have. I bought a few extra groceries.
It's a frustration many transit riders know well. Now a new Auditor General's report is shedding light on why.
Very little in the Auditor General's report surprised me because we have been getting updates on the service and the reliability through our Transit Committee meetings over the last few months.
Last year, OC Transpo introduced its new Ways to Bus, which included changes to more than 100 bus routes across the city. But according to the audit, the plan launched with inaccurate data, resulting in buses showing up too early, too late, or not at all.
Clearly, there's a need to update policies, how data is being used, and how to make sure that they're reporting back to City Council and to residents on how effective and how reliable that system is.
The report also found an aging fleet and delays in receiving zero-emission buses have hurt service reliability, contributing to a bus shortage and canceled trips. Between January and March of this year, only 47% of weekdays had enough buses available to deliver peak afternoon service.
We're still waiting for those 255 daily trips that they cut in January to be restored, for example. So there's a lot of work to do to get where we need to go.
The lack of bus drivers is also making it harder for OC Transpo to keep service running as scheduled. And according to the report, it's a gap not expected to be resolved until next year. OC Transpo has accepted all 10 of the auditor's recommendations, but for riders like Anne-Marie, it's all about the journey.
I can get by and have a very nice seniors experience just using the bus.
And the report will be presented to the Audit Committee Friday. We reached out to OC Transpo for comment, but was told staff are not in a position to comment on a report before it has been presented to members of committee. Patricia?
CTV's Caitlin Wilson live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, you can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on that audit of OC Transpo's bus service. You can download the CTV News app right now. Just, again, scan the QR code on your screen using your smartphone. Well, after two crashes involving e-bikes, including one that was fatal this week alone, new stats from CHEO show visits to the emergency room for injuries related to e-bikes have jumped. CTV's Katie Griffin is here with more on this tonight. Katie.
Patricia, the province says since e-bikes were legalized, the range and capabilities of them have evolved significantly and changes are expected. E-scooters also prompting safety reminders.
On a nice day, they're a popular way to explore the city. But visits to CHEO's emergency department because of injuries related to e-scooters and e-bikes are increasing.
I don't think it's really necessarily surprising.
New data from CHEO shows that in a one-year period ending in May 2025, visits related to e-bike injuries more than doubled, and scooter injuries have jumped by 50% compared to the year prior.
I've seen a lot of kids that are almost certainly younger than 16 using electric scooters, and not only is that they're just less experienced and they're potentially more prone to taking risks. They're not sized for that kids of that age. they're sized for adults. And so you end up driving something that's potentially much larger than it should be for you. And it also, again, has a very powerful motor that's capable of going a lot faster than you might expect.
Riders must be 16 or older, one person per scooter, and you can't ride on sidewalks.
With the city, we're really restricted on ours. We have caution in mind. You can't stunt ride, you can't speed. We have zones. Unfortunately, the private scooters that people can purchase and use on their own under the Ontario law, they don't have the same restrictions. That's where we see a majority of the injuries taking place.
This comes after a man in his 50s on an e-bike died after a crash on Carling Avenue on Sunday. And on Tuesday, a man in his 20s on an e-bike was critically hurt following a crash in Barrhaven.
You belong on bike lanes, multi-use pathways, and roads under 50 kilometers an hour.
Police releasing this video about the rules and continue enforcement.
The reason we have those laws is because we want to make sure that someone understands the rules of the road before they operate something like this. It is a motorized vehicle. It's not a motor vehicle under the Highway Traffic Act. However, it is a motorized vehicle, and with motorized vehicles come more responsibility.
The government is looking at legislative changes putting e-bikes into different categories depending on how they're powered and their weight. And motorcycle-style ones would only be permitted on roads if they meet requirements of existing motor vehicle class. More information on that is expected in the coming months. Patricia.
CTV's Katie Griffin live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, a new report tonight has the Ottawa Charge staying in Ottawa, but the team will not be returning to their previous home at the arena at TD Place. Instead, it will play at Canadian Tire Centre after reaching a deal for next season. That is, of course, the home of the Ottawa Senators, and that is according to an Associated Press report citing two people with knowledge of the discussions. The report says the agreement is expected to be finalized in the coming weeks.
Still ahead, hitting the road for a summer adventure on one tank of gas. Tonight we take you to a spot often dubbed Canada's most beautiful village. That story coming up.
Well, new data shows that Black and Middle Eastern residents in the nation's capital continue to be overrepresented in police use of force incidents compared to the general population. CTV's Natalie Van Roy is live with the latest on this tonight. Natalie.
Patricia, advocacy groups here in Ottawa say the data is disappointing, but it points to an ongoing trend that needs to be addressed with the police service and also the community. In Ottawa, people from the Black and Middle Eastern communities continue to be overrepresented in use of force incidents with police.
Something has to be done, and we need to look at it seriously. What they've been doing is not working, and we can see that from the data. The annual use of force report required by Ontario Solicitor General reveals in 2025, officers responded to 227,000 calls for service. Officers displayed or applied force 405 times during the year. Black residents were involved in about 25% of use of force incidents, despite only representing 8% of Ottawa's population. And Middle Eastern residents were involved in about 10% of use of force incidents, despite representing 6% of the population.
It definitely speaks to the fact that there is still an ongoing problem of racism, systemic racism.
Cesar Nadima Musa works with police on a crime prevention program for youth in an effort to help find a solution.
Advancing the notion of community police, just as for police to better know the community that they work with, increase the notions of trust, and as such, be able to train just as to mentor and hire more diversity police so we can see concrete reduction of such statistics.
In a statement, Ottawa Police acknowledged that disproportionate impacts remain for some communities. It recognizes the importance of continuing to examine these outcomes, address disparities, and work with communities to strengthen trust and confidence.
Whether be it enhanced use of force training or de-escalation tactics, or whatever it is, but that it needs to be done because we want to see improvement and we want to see public confidence go up.
Meanwhile, the annual use of force report for 2025 will be presented to the Ottawa Police Services Board meeting on Monday evening. Patricia.
CTV's Natalie Van Roy live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, a funeral was held this morning for an Ontario provincial police officer killed in the line of duty last week. The casket of Constable Taryn Valley, draped in a flag of Ontario, was carried in by 8 of his colleagues. The service was held at the Mississauga Sports and Entertainment Centre. Hundreds of officers came out in a show of solidarity. Valley is the second officer in Ontario to be killed in the line of duty this month. A Toronto police officer was shot to death 2 days after Valley was killed. Well, some developments in the Guns for Hire network revealed by Toronto police. It's now believed a spate of attacks on Jewish schools, synagogues, businesses, and the U.S. consulate are linked to foreign actors, something echoed by Canada's Secretary of State for Combating Crime. CTV's John Woodward on this and the arrest of a suspect.
Toronto police said they have arrested the last outstanding occupant of the car that carried gunmen to the U.S. consulate in March. 19-year-old Zara Jabi briefly appeared in court on Thursday. The consulate attack, just one in a spate of shootings in early March. Several synagogues were also targeted. And while executing a search warrant in the case last week, Toronto Constable Mark Pinizzato was shot and killed. The incidents raised in the House of Commons.
Take, for example, the shootings at the synagogues that have just happened recently. Those shooters were paid for hires, hired by a foreign entity, Mr. Speaker, in our country, online.
Which foreign entity, Ruby Sahota didn't say. But the attacks were carried out just a week after the American and Israeli attack on Iran, something echoed by wiretaps mentioned in an American criminal complaint, where an agent of Iran was heard saying our people were behind 2 attacks in Canada against the consulate and the Knesset. The FBI arrested that agent in Turkey and brought him to the U.S. in May.
If, in fact, it's shown demonstrably, like the evidence is really crystal clear that it was a foreign actor, I think this really is a game changer for Canada, because it would essentially what it would be is what we could reliably call state-sponsored terrorism, which we don't tend to see a lot here in Canada.
Former CSIS analyst Phil Gursky saying it's rare in Canada to see a foreign actor linking with existing criminal elements. Toronto's police chief has said these shootings were commissioned over encrypted apps. A spokesperson said they're not prepared to confirm foreign involvement, let alone Iran.
Well, we've seen a shift, a change.
Former Toronto gangster Marcel Wilson said shootings for hire are not unusual in parts of Toronto, but he's not seen a foreign state take advantage.
It's like a radar that's put out to the rest of the world that we have young people in our cities that are willing to murder for next to nothing.
3 young men are facing firearms charges, including Jabi. A 4th, Nicholas Bennett, has been charged with the constable's murder. John Woodward, CTV News, Toronto.
Ottawa paramedics say one person suffered burns in an overnight house fire in the city's Pineview neighborhood east of downtown. Around 12:15 this morning, Ottawa Fire Services were called to a townhouse on Meadowbrook Road, north of Steerville Road. They were called for a bedroom fire with smoke coming from an upper floor window. Firefighters said no one was found inside after 2 full searches. One man was taken to the hospital in serious condition with burns. And fire crews responded to a second overnight fire, this one in a mixed residential and commercial building on Merrickville Road, south of Carling Avenue. They received that call around 3:50 in the morning for smoke and flames coming from a window. Firefighters found the blaze on the 2nd floor of the building and had the fire under control shortly after 4:20 a.m. There were no reported injuries. Well, the City of Ottawa says it is finalizing plans to deal with coyotes in an Orleans park after a teenager reported being attacked earlier this month. The city closed the Lalonde Conservation Park to the public last week while the city looks at the best way to manage the animals and how they interact with humans. The city says their goal is to protect the public while finding a humane and long-term solution to the presence of coyotes in the park. One approach is called aversion conditioning, meant to safely create a negative association with humans to encourage animals to keep their distance. A 40-story high-rise apartment building may be built at the Scouts Canada headquarters site. That site is on Baseline Road near Clyde Avenue. The plan involves 4 high-rise towers ranging from 28 to 40 stories. If approved by Ottawa City Council, this development would contain 1,200 residential units. Scouts Canada has submitted a new zoning plan to the city. It has been looking for years to redevelop this property. Well, Canada's best athletes are in Ottawa tonight for the 2026 Canadian Track and Field Championships. They're vying for spots to participate in the Commonwealth Games. Here's CTV's Peter Sperling.
Up close and personal with Canada's most famous track athletes. 7-time Olympic medalist Andre DeGrasse meeting fans.
It's fun. Of course, it's a lot of kids look up to me, and it's very inspiring for me to give back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andre
He's competing this week at the Canadian Track and Field Championships, presented by Boal, with a goal of
just win another national title. I mean, that's the goal. That's always the plan. Try to run a fast time here tomorrow. I feel like I'm in good shape.
The event taking place at the Terry Fox Athletic Facility at Mooney's Bay.
It's fun. I mean, I don't get a chance to really compete at home a lot, so it's great to be back here in Ottawa.
This is a chance for fans to catch the National Capital Region's hometown track superstar, Gatineau's Audrey Leduc.
I want to defend my titles in the 100 and the 200 meter, so that's the goal.
She's Canada's fastest ever female sprinter, holding records in both the 100 and 200 meter.
What's it like being the fastest?
You know, I don't feel like I don't know. In my head, I'm just Audrey. I'm just running. It's not like, oh, I'm the fastest every single time. So I don't know. I feel just normal.
And even more familiar faces. CTV's Your Morning Ottawa's host, Rosie Edda, is trackside MC for the multi-day event. With the Commonwealth Games just weeks away in Scotland,
athletes are coming here to Ottawa to attempt to qualify for those Commonwealth Games through this event.
Tickets are still available for local fans to see international stars.
And that's, I think, one of the really cool parts about these types of events when they're local, in Canada. You don't get to see track stars all the time kind of in your backyard.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
With the 11th overall pick in the 2026 PWHL draft, the Ottawa Charge select.
Well, still ahead, good things to look forward to, including the Ottawa Charge building an even better team in the off-season. Jackie.
We are hanging out at Glebe Central Pub, fresh off the Canada goal. Michael, what did you think of that?
Listen, we're happy to be here. We're happy to see our nation win the World Cup. In my lifetime, I hope Canada wins, and we're proud of our nation. We love Canada, and let's go.
Let's go. Let's have fun. What does it mean to be here to catch that goal for Canada?
It means so much growing up in this country. Unbelievable. Kyle Aaron does it again. What a guy. What a guy.
There's still lots of time. More football action or soccer action in just a bit. But now here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It is 20 degrees in downtown Ottawa. And here's the good news. The sun has come out to play. Much like Canada, the rain has taken a break from here in downtown Ottawa.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe,
where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor,
wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display
and the future
meets the past,
where people come together,
always proud,
often loud,
and positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa.
Well, taking a look at the roads on this Thursday evening, a little wet out there, slick in places, although, as Jackie mentioned, a bit of a break from the serious rain right downtown. Anyway, we're still seeing slowdowns in some of the usual spots on the Queensway, although I imagine a lot of people are inside, parked in front of their TV right now. And that's because they want to be right here with us.
Exactly.
Watching
got that right.
our Three Good Things segment, because every Thursday we do put the spotlight on three good things happening in our city.
Yes, and we begin with a giveaway for Ottawa Rapid FC fans heading to TD Place Stadium for the team's home game this weekend.
Ball through, and there's the second goal. D.B. Pridham.
Yeah, the Rapid are playing on home turf this Sunday afternoon against AFC Toronto, and fans want to arrive early for their chance to own a piece of club history. The first 500 people through the gates will take home a free inaugural Rapid FC jersey. Kickoff is at noon.
Which would be very cool to have one of those jerseys for sure. And it seems like the right time to be walking around in a soccer jersey right now. Football jersey,
absolutely.
if you will.
Yeah, I got a preview of them. They look pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have yet to take in a game, so it's got to happen.
Oh, yeah. This is the one
season.
to go to.
Yeah, absolutely. Get my jersey and then I'm good to go. All right, we want to show you what's happening with the Ottawa Charge as well.
With the 11th overall pick in the 2026 PWHL draft, the Ottawa Charge select from the University of Wisconsin, defender Vivian Jungles.
Yeah, this is in the draft last night. This is exciting stuff. The Ottawa Charge adding Vivian Jungles, the defender, in the first round of the PWHL draft. It was happening in Detroit. The 22-year-old American is the 11th overall pick. She's capping off, as you heard there, a 4-year career at the University of Wisconsin, helping the Badgers capture multiple NCAA championships. The Charge have also selected forward Jordan Ray from Yale University and Teresa Pistakova as well from Czechia.
Yeah, a lot of changes happening next year, and it's like half the teams are split up from last year because of the expansion. So a lot of our favorite players are not going to be here next year, but good to see a new crop of girls coming in, so it's great.
Still want to get excited with those reports that they have inked a deal to play at the CTC. A lot of good hockey, but I'm still trying to get over the Brianne Jenner thing, which,
Me too.
which is a
she
tough
was
one.
my favorite.
Yeah.
She really was.
Yeah, always hard.
PWHL Hamilton selects forward from Penn State University, Maya Vaslett.
And Ottawa's own Maya Vaslett is joining one of the PWHL's new expansion teams, PWHL Hamilton. Now, Vaslett is from Stittsville. She was selected as the 66th overall pick in last night's draft. The forward is back in Stittsville for the summer after wrapping up a 5-year NCAA hockey career at Penn State University. So good luck to her in Hamilton.
Which means she gets to play with Brianne Jenner and a couple of others, so maybe we'll cheer just a little bit for Hamilton this year as well.
Yeah, I was watching the draft last night, and it was really exciting to see, again, this league really coming into its own right now. So it was nice to watch.
It has happened quickly, and it's a lot of fun. That was our sports themed Three Good Things. If you have a story for us to include in our Three Good Things segment, we'd like to know. It doesn't have to be sports, something light, happy, a community event, or a notable achievement to brighten up the day. Just send your ideas to ottawanews@ctv.ca.
Three Good Things is brought to you by the new oak tree, hand-built for life.
Well, it has been a mixed bag of weather here in the capital today, starting with heavy rain and strong winds. It was dark and gray in the downtown area for a good part of the day. Heavy rain on and off throughout much of the morning. Things did clear up by this afternoon. We had several tornado warnings in eastern Ontario. They have since ended, fortunately, and still a little bit wet out there. But yeah, a lot of people are cozy and inside right now, hanging out with Jackie. It looks pretty bright where you are right now, Jackie. I love that.
Well, it's bright outside right now, but there is still a little bit of some slight drizzle, so sun showers, if you will, but it's not stopping the fans that are out here on the sidewalk along Bank Street in front of Glebe Centre Pub from enjoying this Canada game for the World Cup. Temperature-wise, still fairly nice here. Again, not that windy as well. We could see some showers moving through for the next few hours as well. Taking a closer look at temperatures right now, sitting at 20 degrees. Did see a daytime high about 22. Keep in mind, sunset expected to begin at 8:54. Now, tonight's lows, not much in terms of showers. There is still a slight chance, but Kingston, cloudy skies in store, 14 degrees really for much of eastern Ontario. As we look towards Montreal and Mont-Tremblant, 14, 15 degrees as well. So we might see some scattered showers here as well. You can hear the cheering going on. Canada just scored again, and that is the cheers that you're hearing, and not so much for the rain that's moving through later today. Taking a look at temperatures across the country now. Temperatures in Fredericton, 16 degrees, 15 in Halifax. Taking a look back here in Ontario, about 20 degrees. Sudbury, 17, 22 in Windsor, and it's cooling down in the prairies, about 15 in Calgary and Edmonton, 20 degrees and sunshine in Vancouver. Now here's a look again at our 7-day forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. Yes, there is a chance of showers moving through, risk of thunderstorms as well, but Saturday, yes, there will be likely chance of showers, but it should lighten up, not as heavy as what we are seeing from today and even Friday. And as we look to Sunday, 23 degrees is the anticipated daytime high. Now, I know you heard this while we were doing the weather. This is the excitement that we saw. Canada scoring a second goal. How do we feel?
Amazing, ecstatic, first goal, first win. We're winning right now. Can't believe this is happening. Let's go Canada.
We're only in the 29th minute right now. 2 goals for Canada against Qatar. How do you think they're going to fare in the second half?
I think it's going to be great.
Ecstatic, man. You can see the vibes. Everyone's happy. Let's go.
We can't quite see what happened there, but there's a lot of cheering happening, and this is the vibe. And this is just the outside, Patricia. We will be going inside for around the next 10 minutes or so I'm not afraid, but I am very excited to see the energy inside. If you thought it was a party out here, just wait until we head inside Glebe Central Pub.
Cloudy with a chance of goals, as they say. I love it. And Ottawa's own Jonathan David in on that one, I think. So just tons of excitement for Canadian fans tonight. Thanks, Jackie.
The cutest town in Ontario.
Our next one-tank trip is a short drive away. Merrickville might be Ontario's cutest town with plenty of attractions.
Tonight, a commitment to confidentiality breached.
Somebody can find a person's identity on the dark web and seek them out.
Why people who partnered with Crime Stoppers are now worried about their own safety. Later on CTV National News and Watch on Crave.
Well, tonight we bring you another one-tank trip idea to share local favorites within a short drive from home. We're heading to a place where at every turn you will find quaint shops, historic landmarks, and scenic views along the Rideau Canal. Merrickville has something for everyone. Just under 80 kilometers southwest of Ottawa. It's about an hour's drive from the capital. CTV's Tyler Fleming took the one-tank trip to show you what makes Merrickville so special.
From ice cream and homemade fudge to boutiques, bakeries, and cafes, many call the historic village of Merrickville
the cutest town in Ontario.
And it's not hard to see why. With the Rideau Canal flowing through its heart, there's something to discover around every corner. Vicky Shembry is here from Thunder Bay.
It's definitely worth the trip.
Husband Mike is loving the locks in action.
It feels like the ancient engineering of it all.
Merrickville's roots trace back to the late 1700s. Ruins of the original mill still rest beside the river, while the historic blockhouse, now museum, stands guard over the canal.
There's 4 blockhouses on the entirety of the Rideau Canal. This is the largest one by quite a bit, built with the canal basically as a defense structure.
Once you've had your fill of history, why not eat your way through town?
I really loved it.
Merrickville rises to the occasion just like a fresh sourdough at Violet's Bakery.
Do the breads, croissants, chocolate croissants, almond croissants, donuts, brownies, every type of square you can imagine.
Absolutely amazing.
And if it's cookies you crave,
come right down here, we'll get it fresh for you.
Merrickville cookies are baked right in town. They've got cookies the size of your head. From sweet treats to brain teasers, head next door to The Occurrence.
The actual Eaton's catalog, 1929, 1930, there it is. Ta-da! It's a puzzle.
All of them handcrafted on site. This village is packed with unique shops and experiences, including Gather Brewery and Glassworks.
We offer all sorts of workshops where you can make your own piece of glass. We've got a great selection of beers all made on site.
It's a very closely knit community and very proud of its heritage and the sense of belonging.
Every block here feels like an out-of-this-world find, like Gary the Alien at his mother shop, All the Things.
Don't be afraid to check out the side streets, the hidden gems, the places locals go. Explore. Don't just stick to one area. There's so much more in Merrickville.
A one-tank trip with memories that go the distance.
It's so charming. It's beautiful. Everybody's friendly. It's a great place to come visit.
Tyler Fleming, CTV News, Merrickville.
Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. Golfers, including some former NHLers, teeing off for an Ottawa Hospital fundraiser today. The annual event raises money for crucial clinical trial research right here in the capital.
We have over 11,000 patients today in Ottawa enrolled in clinical trials. We have over 700 clinical trials.
The steady rain did not hamper former NHL stars from enjoying a game of golf at the Canadian Golf Club in Ashton. This is the 9th annual EY Golf Quest for Clinical Trials fundraiser. Today's event will add to the $12.7 million raised to date. Chris Neal and Eric Lindros were among the former NHL players taking part. I think I spotted Larry Robinson there as well. Well, a new public swimming spot here in the capital is now open. Perhaps not the best day for a dip in the Ottawa River, but the dock and swimming area at the base of Majors Hill Park is set up and ready for swimmers. This area is called the East Wharf Dock near the Rideau Canal locks. The NCC says this is an unsupervised deep water swim area with a lap lane, life jacket rentals, and food and drink service. Well, the capital appears a step closer tonight to the opening of its newest music venue. The sign for Live Nation's History Ottawa is installed on the Bywood Market building. The 2,000-capacity venue inside the former Chapters bookstore is scheduled to open in August. Some headliners have already been booked. The Wallflowers, Kaleo, and Two Door Cinema Club are among them. A huge party in New York today where the city is celebrating its first NBA championship in 53 years. A ticker tape parade is being held along the Canyon of Heroes in Manhattan. Police say all the viewing areas filled up more than 3 hours before the event began. Several blocks from the route, fans stood shoulder to shoulder or climbed traffic lights. Some were far away on the Brooklyn Bridge, gathering just to hear the loudspeakers. Well, just ahead, back to the Canada-Qatar watch party in the Glebe. Jackie Perez is standing by.
Get the latest live, local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
All right, we want to go back to Jackie now, who is live at the Glebe Central Pub on Bank Street, taking in the energy and excitement around this Team Canada game against Qatar. Jackie, fans were pumped up ahead of this game and an early 2-0 lead. I mean, come on.
If you thought it was live outside and vibrant, inside is a whole other story. Blair Brassard, you're the co-owner here of Glebe Central Pub. All the Canada games have been here. The energy tonight is unmatched, and that helps that Canada's up 2-0.
It certainly does, and you know, we've been doing this since the last World Cup. You and I were here, and now it's in Canada. It's even bigger of an event. A lot of it from our supporter group, the CCSG. You know, a lot of our friends at Atletico are here. It's been awesome. Always exciting out here.
Always exciting, and we're constantly looking at the TVs to see what's happening. We talk about just the excitement that Canada has seen. Host cities. We are not a host city, but I'm curious. The Scots got rid of all the beer in Boston. How is the beer supply here?
Well, we're not rookies here. We make sure we have a lot. So we're set up for this type of thing. We've had not just support from Canada, but from a lot of other nations have been here enjoying the festivities. The World Cup is a truly international thing, and we have a lot of expats, so it's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, Blair. I just want to get an essence of the people around here. Sir, get in here. How's it going? Tell everyone who you are.
I'm Bryce Crossman. I'm the president of the Capital City Supporters Group.
It's quite the crowd down there, but look at the energy from wall to wall to wall.
Yeah, I was wondering if we'd have more people today than we did for the first game. And we do. And it's a little bit more boisterous crowd today. So I think we believed that we could win this one against Qatar. We knew how well Switzerland did in their game before this, so we knew we had to win this one. Yes. So it's fantastic so far.
It's a must win. And the thing is that we have maybe, a minute left until 45-minute mark, but there's still lots of time to this game. I'm going to let you enjoy it.
I told Blair before that I wouldn't bring the big drum anymore because it scares the cooks downstairs, but that's where I'm heading right now. I'm going to go get the big drum, so we're going to be ready for the second half.
You're getting the drum?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll get that. We have half an hour left in the show.
All right.
We'll see what
Let's
we can
do
do.
it.
All right, see you later, buddy. Patricia, we're going to send it back to you in studio, but we've got lots of fans here cheering on Canada. The food also making it to
Come on, get in! Come on!
We'll take it back to you.
We want the big drum now, and maybe a burger too, as those are going by you there. It all looks pretty good, Jackie. Thanks so much. Well, just ahead for us, a warning from Apple's boss over plans to raise prices for some of its popular devices. What's behind the anticipated price hike?
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Getting set for the weekend, and time now to check in with our iHeartRadio Weekender, Tanea Taylor. Tanea.
Starting things off today with Star Wars Night with the Ottawa Titans. It's happening tomorrow at the Ottawa Baseball Stadium. You can enjoy Star Wars-themed fun before the Titans take on the Quebec Capitals. Stick around after the game for a post-game fireworks show presented by TSN 1200 and Move 100. Next up today is the Summer Solstice Indigenous Festival. It's happening this weekend at Wesley Clover Parks. It brings together Indigenous artists, performers, and communities from across Turtle Island for a celebration of culture, entertainment, and connection. As usual, lots more happening this weekend around the capital. For the full list and all the details, check ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, I'm Sneha Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
We'll be prepared to pay more for iPads and iPhones. Apple CEO says product price increases are inevitable. BNN Bloomberg's Morella Fernandez has more.
Tim Cook blames the higher cost of memory chips for the rising price tag. Cook says the company has been shielding customers from those higher costs, but that is no longer sustainable. The AI build-out has swallowed up huge supplies of memory chips, allowing providers to charge more. Cook didn't say when prices would rise or by how much. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down to 70.74. West Texas Intermediate down to 75.65. Western Canadian Select is up to 62.59. And the TSX lost 155 points today.
All right, coming up, cheering on Team Canada on the pitch right now, playing against Qatar. We're going to check back in with some fans here in the capital and try and keep track of all the goals that are happening. Jackie.
We're trying to keep up with all the goals, Patricia. Jonathan David, that's 2 for him, but everyone's excited for the last 30 seconds or so here. Everyone's excited, anxiously waiting to see if there's another opportunity. And for now, the crowds are going really enthusiastic as we get into the second half. Now, we're going to take a live look through our Centennial Class Skycam, showcasing downtown Ottawa. It's about 20 degrees.
Tomorrow on Your Morning Ottawa, we are checking out this week's new movies with Mr. Hollywood, including this beloved kids movie. Tune in on CTV or stream us live on Crave at 6.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Well, FIFA continues tonight with Mexico versus Korea Republic after the Team Canada match. That is set for 9 p.m. And we want to check in and see what our news team will be working on tonight.
If you had to guess.
Is here.
If you had to guess. It's going to be some recapping of the World Cup. We've got Canada against Qatar right now. Watch parties across the country. Canadians are vying for their first World Cup win and on Canadian soil. Plus, we will also be previewing Ottawa's Jazz Festival. It starts tonight right in the heart of the city for 9 days this month with artists like Wyclef Jean, Jeff Goldblum, and the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra, Willow, and Bad Bad Not Good. Now, the festival features 5 small stages in the downtown area, 2 stages at Confederation Park, and we've got the main stage over on Elgin Street. But, of course, you can always get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca, and join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
All right, good stuff. A nice roundup then.
Yes.
We will look forward to that. But for now, we want to go back out to Jackie, where it has been a very interesting hour. Surrounded by Team Canada fans. Jackie, how are things going there now?
I feel like I'm living my best life right now, Patricia. I want to bring in Patrick very quickly. He's got the drums. How are you feeling about this game so far? The energy, the atmosphere, not just at Vancouver, but here.
You can barely put it into words. It's more of a guttural scream in terms of the feeling that everyone has. You can just hear it, right? You can hear it emanating everywhere.
Leading the charge at Glebe Central Pub is Brandon here. You might see him at Atletico games. Brandon, what inspires you with that energy, those cheers, getting people hyped here today?
Oh, it's all passion. From day one, this is the days we dreamed of. We haven't won a game yet in a World Cup. We've been dreaming of this for years. Job is not finished. It's only halfway there, but we are here for it every day of the week.
This is a must-win. They've showed up for the first half. Do you think they can hold on to this lead?
We are up a man. It is time. We have to shut this down, but more goals to come. There will be goals. Let's believe. Let's believe.
I love it. Thank you, Brandon. We are wrapping up here at Glebe Central Pub. How about we get this crowd going, getting them hyped for the second half? Lead the way, sir.
Of course.
Amazing, Jackie. So good. Jackie's living her best life. All of our friends in Vancouver were so excited for her living their best life. An update in case you've lost track. So Team Canada at the half here is up against Qatar 3-0. Looking really, really good. And 2 of those goals coming from Ottawa's own Jonathan David. So you couldn't script it any better. Just amazing. Yeah, there we are.
Fans. Yeah, we got people in the studio here chanting as well. So yeah, it's a good day to be a Canadian fan, that's for sure.
Yes, all of you who watched, we appreciate it tonight. We understand if you didn't. On this Thursday, June 18th, which could end up being the answer to a trivia question at some point, Kimberly. A little bit of history. Maybe, don't want to jinx it being made tonight. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. We'll see you back here tomorrow.